Sportster Paul here, remodeling a bathroom. When an engineer remodels a bathroom, they might make my two mistakes. I was overambitious and I overplanned. Nevertheless, by doing the work myself, I'll end up with a $60,000, $80,000 bathroom for about $15,000. Following along, see my mistakes and my victories. It's a big bathroom, 14 feet by 10 feet. It had the goofiest built-in bathtub in the United States. Wait till you see the mold and crappy plumbing behind those walls. The toilet, over in the corner behind me, had a goofy little island to hold a toilet paper roll. The bathroom had carpeting, probably from 1988 when the house was built. The owners had dogs and cats, say no more. The room's not really a room. There's a long hallway entry. To close the bathroom, you have to slide one door to the bedroom and then another sliding door to the living room. The bathroom then shares the hallway with a walk-in closet. The vanity, it's an ugly color, full-size mirror, louvered medicine cabinet, louvered closet door, they're all dated. The soffit over the vanity is outdated and makes the room look smaller. This and the wallpaper screamed 1980. I was overambitious because at first I wanted a jacuzzi tub over here. That means a new drain P-trap. With a new P-trap, you got to run a new vent. That has to go up this pony wall over to the vent that exists for the vanity. I was overambitious because I was going to build a little room around the toilet, not just this wall, but another wall back here. That would mean changing the 6-foot window to a 2-foot and a 3-foot. For a while, I figured to just leave the long window and have the wall bisected, kind of hillbilly, right? Having the enclosed toilet also meant relocating light and fan switches that are on the wall over here. I was overambitious because I was going to repipe the side of the house. I don't like copper pipe running under the cement slab. I was overambitious because I was going to replace a small water heater in the closet with a recirculating system. I was overambitious because I insisted on using copper pipe. Everybody told me use CPVC plastic pipe. It took months, year, but I finally decided no jacuzzi tub. Now I can use the same drain and P-trap, just extend it and move it a little bit so it's in the center of the shower pan. Then I saw a picture of a dual shower, husband and wife. I figure I could plumb the second shower head on this wall here, and the size now makes more sense. I was going to run pipes up in the attic until a handyman told me the way to do it is run them behind the wall. I gave up enclosing the toilet and just put up this partition wall you see here. I realized I can use the same water pipes that are already in the ground. If they leak one day, I'll fix them. I decided against recirculating hot water and just accepted the higher electric bills from the secondary water heater. Now I've got something plausible that I can build. Now, as for the second mistake, maybe I didn't overplan, but I had trouble dropping the planning stage and getting to the building stage. The pandemic didn't help. I drew the whole bathroom out in TurboCAD, in AutoCAD clone, only way better. I have Revision 15 Professional. I didn't just throw down wall entities. I drew every 2x4 and cement block. What's bad about CAD, computer-aided design, is it's not putting up walls or hammering nails. What's good is that you can see problems on the computer screen and deal with them ahead of time. The CAD drawing lets you calculate area with a few mouse clicks. This, and while it takes a long time to set up the drawing, once you do, it's easy to see how to change things. I can even do a poor rendering, because I'm not an expert, to get some idea of how things will look. Another planning issue is that I decided to get a builder's permit, homeowner's builder's permit. It's a legal way to do things. We can argue about this in the comment, but here's an engineer's tip. At first, I had several contractors come in. This was during the pandemic. Most didn't even bid. I had problems hiring a plumber when I wanted copper pipe. Many would not even look at the job. So I decided if I could do it myself, I would. The only exception, I decided to use the licensed electrician under the homeowner's permit. I have used this guy 3 times before, always happy with the job. I am sure the electrical inspector will not worry about the installation if a licensed electrician did it, right? This guy's well known in town. Now, related to overplanning is unknown planning. Nobody told me I had to get a rough-in plumbing inspection for the drain and valves, then build a shower, but before you tile it, Do another roughing inspection to make sure the shower pan does not leak. You got to fill it and make sure it's not dripping. Nobody told me how to get a roughing electrical inspection, then hang the drywall and the lights, and then get a final electrical inspection. Get this, I called for a mechanical inspector consultation. They'll come and help you and give you advice. I thought mechanical was framing and stuff. He's the air conditioning, and that he saw I was going to enclose this wall from my drawing and said, you know, you can't, the ceiling fan is in that room. Now you're going to have to add a ceiling fan here in the other part of the room. And then a duct or a vent on the side of the gable. That's one of the many reasons to leave that second wall off of the toilet. Always put a shower curtain or something. One thing I learned from doing projects in Silicon Valley, where I used to live, do a statement of work with all the things that need to be done. Strike off the lines as you accomplish them so you can see, oh, look at all the crossed off stuff. Add items as you need them. When everything's crossed off, you're done. I also kept a document where I wrote the time and date I talked to any contractors, phone numbers, and then the URLs of any lamps or faucets that I liked enough to save and refer back. To me, that's not over planning, that's essential planning. So, armed with my CAD drawing and the whole internet, I had a great time designing the guts of the bathroom. Rather than have a contractor sell me custom-made cabinets, I found a nice 8-foot vanity for about $3,000. I was going to get a dark blue version, but a pal told me, stick to neutral colors, and I'm glad I did. I bought the faucets on Amazon. The next high-end touches were 2 recessed lighted medicine cabinets I got from Amazon. They have an outlet inside and a light on the inside, as well as the ring light on the mirror. Very nice, but $800 a piece. In the evening, while the TV played, I would look at hundreds of vanity lamps. I ended up with one I felt would not cast shadows on a gal's face while she was trying to do her makeup. They are from Lowe's, but you get them anywhere. Cascadia Huntley 3-light lamps. I even added a matching wall sconce that's going to go by the shower wall. That's okay to do in Florida as long as it's on a GFI, ground fault interrupt circuit. I read how hard it is to build a good shower niche. So I spent some big money on stainless steel shower niches. I bought 2 solid core doors from Lowe's, one for the entry and one to replace that dated door closet. I put on Schlage light commercial levers, one privacy, one passage. The neighbor told me about Delta multi-choice shower valves. You can put a cheapo control in it, or a pressure-regulated control, or a thermostatic temperature control. For now, I got the cheapo valve, well, $100, a Delta Lahara stainless T14238. And water hammers, you can make them from just running the pipes up extra, but the air dissolves into the water and they stop working. So I bought Sioux Chief 660-TS piston type water hammer arresters. Okay, I got 6-inch by 36-inch rectified floor tile at Lowe's in stock. The hexagonal floor tile came from Home Depot, in stock. Wall tiles were tricky. I wanted 24 by 48-inch. Most tiles are metric and undersized. Look at the area coverage. It will be something like 15.56 square feet. Home Depot carries a line of tile from MSI in India. Maybe thanks to being a former British colony, many of their tiles are true 24 by 48 inch. The area is listed as 16 square feet. I used my CAD drawing to place them and ordered $1,000 a wall tile to go all the way around. I watched that Tile Coach guy on YouTube and a lot of other shower and tiling videos. I knew I wanted 4-foot by 8-foot Durock cement board, not hardy board that has fiber in it, and not 3x5 sheets. Permabase is also rock with no fiber, but it weighs 100 pounds instead of 75, like Durock. Home Depot carries Durock, Lowe's carries Permabase. I will use a liner in the shower and put waterproofing on top, belt and suspenders, right? All this adds up. It should be about $15,000 when I'm done, but like I said, it would be $60,000 to $80,000 to have a contractor build it, and they're all backed up. Worst of all, they want to build it their way, not the particular, engineering, stubborn, hard-headed way I want to build things. Okay, rather than trying to do a clever outro here, let's just look at the pictures as I demoed all this stuff and go through that. All right, first, the house was carpeted in all the bedrooms, and this bathroom was carpeted, right? So this is the main bedroom that this bathroom's for. And you can see this corner, the dogs and cats really like this corner and must have used it a lot. More stains on the carpet, 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 more stains on the carpet. These are different bedrooms, right? More stains on the carpet. This is the entryway. So you're standing like in the living room walking in. The walk-in closet's up at the top. To the left is the bedroom. To the right is the bathroom. And you can just see how moldy and disgusting. And I don't know if it was 28 years, but it was in here a long time. Here's some more carpet with stains. In the office next door, which is the bedroom, they used it as an office, they glued down indoor-outdoor. And it didn't look like they let as many animals in that room, maybe because of the computers. So it's not as stained and horrible, but it has all that glue residue that I wouldn't tile over it. I might lay plank flooring over it. We'll see. That'll be a future show. All right, once you get the carpet up, there's nail strips on all the edges. So the neighbor gave me this tool, this scraper, I don't know what it's called. He gave it to me so I could get the little cherry stone rock off the back of the lanai, because it's failing and there's big patches missing. So it's a good thing. I eventually bought a $119 rotary hammer from Lowe's, and that took it off in a heartbeat. So that's getting the nail, but it worked great to get these nail strips up, right? Here's this entry hallway. You can see the bathtub with the Windex on top of that little pony wall in the top. So there's the nail strips. Boom, there's the nail strips all ripped out. Here's the rest of the bathroom. You can see the nail strips. And then notice those two glue joints where the carpet guy connected two pieces of carpet, gluing it down there. Carpeted around the tile. I've never seen, or around the toilet. I've never seen anything like that. So here, the strips, the nail strips are all punched out. And then here, I put on a full respirator mask and opened all the windows and got some acetone, and that took up that glue really nice. This floor has been waterproofed or coated with something, some beige kind of paint, so that helped. So now the floor is ready for tile. First remodeling, the third day I own the house, 3 new toilet seats. So this was the old toilet seat. So much nicer, right? Something I'm not afraid to sit on. So, for an engineer, this is pocket change, right? 3 seats and they're beautiful and they're good as new. Okay, so now the demo for this goofy built-in tub starts. It started with, I noticed the top of that pony wall where all the black is, you can see going back. It was really weak tile and cracked tile, and I picked one up. It just lifted off. It was sitting there, and I saw all the black, and I said, oh my God, I got mold. Now, this took me about a year to get around to doing other house projects. But it's like, so I take one tile, it's like picking a scab or something. I take one tile and another tile, and then I get the whole top off, see all that damage. Now I'm starting to work on the little entry walk-in. Now I got the entry walk-in pretty much broken out. Now I got all the tile off the outside of this pony wall. Now, they used mastic, which is an adhesive, a water-based evaporative adhesive, absolutely forbidden in a wet area. I wouldn't even use it on a kitchen backsplash. Use Thinset. It comes in a powder. Stuff in a tub that says Thinset but is pre-mixed, that's not Thinset. That's mastic, false advertising, and they should all go to federal prison. So here you can see, just pull on the tiles. They all popped off. It was doing the demo for tile was no big deal. So we got most of the tile off. Here's that other wall. You can see all the mold and just how horrible it was, even on the outside. All mastic. Here's coverage. Not only did they use mastic, the absolute wrong adhesive, the coverage. They must have used an 1/8-inch triangle trowel, because you can see the back of the tiles hardly had any stick. You're supposed to have 100%, 95% coverage is what the Intergalactic Tile Council wants. So here's the standing inside the tub, looking back. You can just barely see the toilet there. This wall, we're going to pull down that wall on the right, and you're going to see how much mold. Look at that. So you can see the wooden, they use plywood for the pony wall, so you can see the plywood there. This is they did use green board. They use green board drywall, which is a water-resistant stuff, but that doesn't matter, right? With the mastic and the crappy grout. And this is as far from the shower as you can get, right? This is the back of the shower enclosure. And look how much water and mold we've got. I don't know if you're supposed to throw construction waste into the garbage here in Hillsborough County, but I found, since I took months to do this, just fill a trash bag every now and then, seal it up, not too much tile so it's too heavy, and off it goes every Tuesday, every Friday. Okay, so here's an overview. We got the pony wall torn down. You can see up at the top, there's a little brown decorative header, timber that is above the pony wall. So here that is, you can see I've taken the side off, you can see the framing lumber up on the ceiling, and then a pretty board with some hooks on it. So that came down, I did a little damage, but nothing that pink stuff that dries white can't fix. Here now, the same deal. Okay, mastic on the outside of the pony wall, that's Mickey Mouse, but maybe you can live with it. Here, mastic on the actual shower walls, right? And of course, the tiles just popped off. Now watch, take the drywall off. Isn't that special? Talk about bad construction. I'll have a close-up of this. So then let's take the left hand down. And isn't that special? I mean, good gosh. My favorite is, you see the nail plates where the shower head goes over, those two nail plates, go up about 1.5 feet, and there's 2 more notches cut. Like, they first built it way up high thinking you were standing on the floor, but really you're standing in the bottom of that tub. So then they said, no, it's got to lower down. So they lowered down and cut new notches. What horrid construction. Now, here's a close-up of that shower valve. Oh my gosh. They've taken those plastic nail hooks or whatever you call them, and they've taken 7 of them and nailed one side. They've bent the pipes to get up against that stud and nailed it. The way you're supposed to do it is put a 2x4 or a 2x6 behind the shower valve, bring it forward a little so the tile thickness all works out, lace that into the 2 studs, and then screw the shower valve into that cross piece. You'll see, in the future show how we do. Well, you can see it right there. See, that's the right way to do it. 2x4 going across. And you do want to connect the clamps, so when you turn off the water, there's water hammers, it doesn't rattle. By the way, that's an old Delta valve, cheap Delta valve. That's getting ripped out. That'll be a future show. So, total Mickey Mouse. Worst engineering I've seen in a long time. Okay, so now we're in the corner. You can see the faucet, the tub faucet down in the lower right. And I wanted to show, okay, this is where the water is. See, mold, you can almost expect it. This is an overview, so you can kind of see where we're at. There's mold. And if anybody in the comments can explain how mold gets up that high, did it go through the grout, which I'm sure was crap grout, ceramic tiles, I bet, not porcelain, permeable, through the drywall. It was green board, but it went through it, through the mastic, obviously. So how do you get that much mold up this high? I don't know. So this was just a happy shot because a whole chunk of drywall came out, big 4 foot by 4 foot section. So I was so thrilled I took a picture of it. Here we're getting down the wall on the left, that's the cement. That's the exterior wall, the front of the house, right? Here's another piece of that little decorative thing over the pony wall. That came out okay. And here we go, right? This is mostly stripped back now. Here's a view from standing in the entryway, right? There's no door. Now there is, but there was no door. So that's the demo stage. So I made 4 videos at this point, at this stage of the demo. And I did take some more drywall down and other stuff. So let's look at these video clips, okay? All right, so here we're standing in the entryway, looking down the length of the vanity. There's the goofy little island, the 6-foot window. Here's my Wi-Fi screwing up. Here's the exterior wall, cinder block masonry wall, normal Florida construction. Here's a wall on the other side of the office. And, I just was so fascinated. I'd never seen anything this goofy, this tub built in like this. So that's big fun, okay? And then back again, and you can see, you can understand why totally enclosing that toilet, I still think it would be cool, but since it impacts the exterior window and all of that, it just didn't make sense, right? So next, let's do from another view. Now standing where the vanity is, right next to that window. We're going to pan the other way, going around. You can see there's all the demo. Now this wall there, I did take down eventually. The door's already replaced. We'll see that in subsequent. The mirror's torn down, the vanity and the soffit are demoed. But right here, I just wanted to take a comparison so that when we're done, I can go take these same exact pans and you'll see before and after, because everybody likes that. I like it at least. So I wanted to do a push-in on this bathtub, this goofy town, right? I think this tile might actually be thin set. I can't imagine they used mastic in something that holds water. So maybe that is working. And then finally, we're getting warnings. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Let's try it again. Okay, this is standing in the bathtub. Here's that long entry hallway. So one sliding door on the left is to the living room. Sliding door you see is to the bedroom. There's a fold door you can't see that goes into the walk-in closet that's behind the mirror and the vanity. The little linen closet's open. You can see where the little water heater was. There's the, soffit. This is all 1980s stuff. I replaced the plastic in the soffit so it's not yellow and cracked, but still, pretty dated stuff, all right? Okay, so there you have it. Now, we're going to fill in this bathtub, figure it out. We already got the permit approved. We got an inspection approval for the way we raised up the pipe. That was a hard thing. And then with my buddy, the handyman, he figured out how to fill it. We had a little disagreement that eventually, drove us apart. I wanted rebar. So I drilled it and put rebar across it because that slab, right, that section of bathtub that's going to be the interior part of the shower pan, if it falls 1/8 of an inch, you've ruined. Even if I use this Hydroban, not Hydroban, that's a liquid, but the sheeting, like the Curdy sheeting or something, you could maybe have a little drop and that sheeting would hold up, but otherwise it's going to fail. The mud bed that's going to be built on top of the shower will fail. There's that. We're going to replace these valves, use those Sioux piston type water hammers. We're going to put in the Delta multi-choice valve. We'll have that. I took pictures of ripping out the vanity and the soffit, and I'm going to make a video, just a picture show. Bam, bam, bam. This is how it went, quick and dirty. And you can see things that surprised me. Like I thought getting that big 8-foot vanity out, hit it with a hammer, and it breaks into nice little pieces. It's like a ceramic material. So, Sportster Paul, Engineering Lifestyle, how an engineer remodels a bathroom. Stay tuned. We're going to have a whole playlist for this. We'll have the playlist in the outro so that you can keep up on this. Catch you next time. Bye now.